morning, beloveds. It is February 26th, and it is going to be 85 degrees today. I'm not happy. It should not be this warm this early. Today's the highest day. It's going to drop a little bit, back into the low 70s, but maybe even to the upper 60s, but it's too early. All right. So we have kind of a serious topic today. Yesterday was from a memorial as well. Today's also a memorial. And I'm like, we're ending February and, okay. So, it is February 26th. Our title is Immortality, the Celebration of Life. Oops. I'm going to change the title. I didn't get it quite right. I called it A Celebration of Life. It is from Betty Jean House from her brother's memorial service. So, this should be interesting. We are one with God now. We shall remain one with God no matter where we go. There are beings beyond us in evolution, even as we are beyond the tadpole, and we too shall gain these lofty mountains of evolution and go from there to more. We can never become less than we are now. The whole road ahead of us is one of expansion. So let us say of all of our friends who have left this world, that they have but passed through a door to a larger life. You and I stand on this side of that doorway, seeing it open and close behind them. We say that they have left this room, but those on the other side will say that they have entered. For every death, there is a resurrection. For every resurrection, something must be discarded. We are all children of the light, and in that light there is no darkness. We are all children of life, and in that life there is no death. We are born out of love, and in that love there is no fear. We all belong to eternal peace, and in that peace there is no confusion. I know that the law of good surrounds each person with love and friendship. I permit this love and friendship to flow out to all things, to all people everywhere. I let it radiate in the environment, bless everything that is touched, make whole that which is weak, turn fear into faith, and accomplish the miracle of healing through love. We live, move, and have our being in wholeness. Peace, poise, and power belong in the kingdom of God. We give joy and love to all, knowing that the gift of life is not of each one alone. We share their good. Each one welcomes the opportunity to love fully, completely, and joyfully. We celebrate life, and life is everlasting. This is the celebration of life. Well, and you read stuff like that, and then you go, and what do I say to follow that up? I got nothing. Outside of the fact that it is a reminder. It is a reminder to us that this isn't all there is. This isn't all that there is. That the people who have gone before us, will be waiting for us on the other side. They've got other stuff to do, so they're not standing at the doorway waiting for us, but they'll be there when when our time comes, and that's exactly what it is. It's walking through the doorway, knowing that there's something on the other side. We don't know what it is. That's part of that glorious mystery. We don't know what it is, but we know that there is something on the other side, that all of the great religions have told us that this isn't it. This is a vehicle. It's not who we are. Who we are is that essence. It's that love. It's that consciousness. And that keeps going. What does it look like next? I don't know. I came into Science of Mind out of the psychic community I was really good at, Pat called it Dead Uncle Fred. It's when people would bring in objects from their relatives who had passed on, and we would try and get messages and things like that. And I was good at it. And she loved Pat, loved doing, calling. She loved being a medium. She loved calling and talking to the dead. She really enjoyed that part of her, which, and now she's on the other side. So all of those people that she called, she can go talk to them now, because she left us. It's been almost a year now. Her birthday was recently, so it's been almost a year now. And that's what I appreciate about New Thought, is that we have a celebration of life. My Aunt Mary made her transition a couple of years ago, and I think we're coming up on 2 years on her, maybe even 3. But she said, "I don't want a funeral. I don't want a funeral," and she was very adamant about it. And so I was talking to my mom about it, and because Mary's her oldest sister, and I said, "Look," I said, funerals aren't for the dead. They are celebrations of life for the living. One of the earliest funerals that I went to, and I was probably like 8 or 9, that's what it was. It was a fairly young man. He was my uncle, and it was a celebration of his life. And so that stuck with me. And I've been to far more funerals than I care to think about. I've done a number of memorials. And it's a little weird to say, but I actually do. I wish I didn't ever have to do a memorial again, but I enjoy doing memorials because they're celebrations of life. Come and tell me about your person. Tell me all of the things that you loved about them. Let's share all of those memories. Let's make it a celebration of life, because we know they're just in the next room and that we'll get to see them again. That's what I love about New Thought. That's what I love about Science of Mind. That's what I love about, and all of the religions, all of them say there is a next room. There is a next room, Ernest didn't believe in reincarnation per se. He's like, I'm done. I'm not coming back here, and part of our theory is that he loved his wife Hazel so much he couldn't imagine doing this without her. So he's like, nope, I'm going on to the next circle. I'm not doing this again. But he did believe that there was something beyond this. And so that's one of those things. And we talk about the fear of the unknown. In fact, I talked about it on Sunday, about accepting the unknown. Where is our good? Well, our good could already be in the material plane. But if it's not, it's in the unseen. It's in the unknown. We spend so much time afraid of the unknown that we never get to glory in the magic and the mystery of the unknown, So Betty Jean House, the celebration of life. All right. Whatever else we know that there's something in the next room. All right. I don't know how to give you a mission from this one. Outside of, when she got down into the last parts of it, I let it radiate okay. So she gets down into, I know that there is a law of good that surrounds each person with love and friendship. I permit this love and friendship to flow out to all things, to all people everywhere. You want a mission for today, that would be it. To let the divine love and the divine friendship flow through you out everywhere. We are called to be divine channels. So that would be what I would suggest the mission today. Let that divine love, let that divine friendship flow through you to all people everywhere. And it's going to look different for every person that you meet. You don't have to be best friends with everybody that you meet, but you can be friendly. And if you can't be friendly, you can at least, as the Dalai Lama says, if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them, you know? So there's that. Let that divine love and that divine friendship flow through you everywhere to everyone. That's the mission today. All right, the other mission is the same mission I give you every day, which is the spiritual practice of self-care. All right? Do something loving for yourself. Do something kind for yourself. Do something compassionate for yourself. Whatever that looks like. Big, small, one thing, three things, all the things. In the end, that's the goal, to get everything that you do for yourself and others to be loving, kind, and compassionate. Everything, including the hard stuff. Because if you can do the hard stuff lovingly, kindly, and compassionately, it'll work out a whole lot better for you. All right, beloveds. I don't know what I was about to say. Some suggestions for you in loving, kind, and compassionate. You are your own best test subject. That's why I want you to practice on yourself. But also, you deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. Take a deep breath before you speak. All right? When that deep breath gives you that moment of pause so that you can respond rather than react. Why is that important? Well, it's easier to not say something than to say something you have to make amends for. But more importantly, when you react, that's who you've been taught to be. When you respond, that's who you really are. So don't beat yourself up for the first thought. All right. I will also want to remind you to take a walk, take a nap, take a break. Both literally and metaphorically. All right. Taking a walk is go get your blood moving, go get the oxygen flowing. But it also means walk into a new experience or walk away from an old one. Take a nap. That's straight up about stress level. Okay. Turn yourself off, turn yourself back on. If it works for electronics, it'll work for you too. But it's also about resting. You know, we don't get enough sleep, but we also don't rest. And I want to remind you that play is rest. It's just active rest, not passive rest. So try it. You might like it. I've been reading a doctor with a really long name that I couldn't pronounce for you if I wanted to, but the book is called The Tiger Protocol. And he was talking about active rest versus passive rest. So you need both. And then take a break. That's about perspective. Sometimes what we need to do is take a break, go do something else, and then we can come back to pick up what we were working on, or maybe not. It's up to you. All right. In the self-care, loving, kind, and compassion, I also want to remind you to eat dessert first. I'm a big believer in it. Why do I say it? One, chocolate is the first step to fixing everything. That's my opinion. I understand if you don't like chocolate. But I also mean don't save the good stuff. You know, we buy these really fancy candles that are fairly expensive and they smell really good, and then we wait until they're dirty and dusty and they don't smell the way that we did when we bought them. Don't wait for a special occasion. Make the occasion special. All right? You can take an ordinary Tuesday and make it extraordinary. You have that power. Try it. You might like it. And I also want to remind you that joy is a quality of God. If you watch the news will convince you that the world is crazy. And then you walk out your front door and you go, the world is not crazy. Parts of the world are crazy, okay? It doesn't matter what is going on in the world. It doesn't matter what is going on in your life. You still deserve joy. Happiness is an inside job, okay? So make room for joy, whatever that looks like. When I first started this, there were 3 cats in the room. They're all gone now. But that's part of my joy, to be with those lovely furry little beings that are unconditional love. So, make room for joy. All right. Where am I then? Oh, the rest of the suggestions, basic self-care. Do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like for you. Drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. Your brain works better, your body works better, and your skin looks better when you are well hydrated. Get that early in your morning bright light. It looks like this week I'm going to be leaning on the artificial light because it's going to be cloudy all week. It's not going to rain. It's just going to be cloudy. Okay. Weather, that's how we go out in February, right? Usually February is a cloudy, dreary month. Well, the last week of it looks like it's going to be, even though it may not rain until Friday. Who knows? All right. So But artificial light will help. You want 5 to 10 minutes of bright light on your face and forearms. If you can get the sunlight, especially between 7 and 9, that's when they say it's the best for your health and resetting your circadian rhythms. If not, like I said, artificial light. And if the light in your house is not enough, then Google sun lamp or seasonal affect disorder light. They are not expensive. Don't spend a whole lot of money on them. But they can be very helpful if you need that extra support. All right. Yes, I am now at my Ernest Holmes quote, where I quote to you, "Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you, you do live in heaven right here, right now." It's all around us all the time. Springtime is when that quote means the most to me, because what I think of when I think of open the windows of my soul, it's in the spring when you open your windows and you get that light, cool breeze across your forearms, and how good that feels. Okay, that's what opening the windows of my soul makes me think of. It's just that light, gentle breeze that kind of comes in and just kind of clears things out, clears out the cobwebs, clears out the darkness, reminds me that the kingdom of God is within me, as Jesus says. But it reminds me of two things. It's all God. If you break us down into our most fundamental parts, we're all made of the same stuff. That means we're made of God's stuff, okay? So it's all God. And that should rock you back on your heels if you think about it too hard. And we should think about it too hard occasionally. And it should rock us back on our heels, and it'll make us move through the world differently and treat our stuff differently. And hopefully treat each other differently. But the other thing it reminds me of is that heaven is not a locality. That's another Ernest Holmes quote. It's not a place that we have to get to. It's a state of mind. It is a state of consciousness. Okay? We don't have to go to heaven when we die. We can, but we can also have heaven right here, right now, because it's a state of mind. It's a state of consciousness. You know those people in your life that walk around with that heavenly mindset. Ask them their secret. I can guarantee you it's not what you think it is. It's not that everything in their life is perfect, that everything in their life is going well. It is that they have that faith, that trust, that belief that even when things are messy right now, it'll be okay. That's where that heavenly mindset starts. And you can also take Emma Curtis Hopkins' advice, look for the good and praise it. Look for the good and praise it. Okay? Which is a fancy way of counting your blessings. What I've leaned into for the month of February is to remind you every day, sometime during the day, be it first thing in the morning or last thing right before you go to bed, or just in the middle of the day when you need to pick me up, write down 3 things that you're grateful for. Don't repeat for at least a week. And if you can, don't repeat for a month. Okay? Then post that list somewhere where you can see it. And then you will have this amazing list of gratitude. And trust me, gratitude will get you everywhere. All right, beloveds. Nope. That is that. So I'm going to move on into the social media. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. I do encourage you to check all that out, whatever that looks like for you. There are almost 5 complete books on my YouTube channel, and we've got lots of, and if you go and look at the playlist, that's where you can find whatever it is that you're looking for. And I cross post stuff, like Danielle's done poetry. She missed 1 week in February, but the other 3 services she did poetry. Well, you know what? I put that in her playlist on the Creative Life Spiritual Center YouTube channel. So go take a look for that. All right, beloveds. Yeah. And then if you want to know what's going on with the center, email info@creativelife.org. That's super important right now because with our website under construction, yeah. If you want to know what's going on, that's where you want to go. All right. So email info@creativelife.org. It's constant contact. You get 1 email a week. It's a real person doing it. He ain't got time for more than that. Okay. Ooh, deep breath. And I'm at the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a celebration day, a remember who you are day, a heavenly day, a get your week started day, a go find some bright light day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You are a beloved child of God, or my new favorite expression, you are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light. You are a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. You are, as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, a godling. All right? Explore the truth of your being. I'm a big believer in creating a well-worn path to the source of your own being. But I also want you to explore the truth of your being. Get to know who God knows you to be. Get to know who the divine knows you to be. Because I can promise you one thing. The person that the divine knows you to be is good. And from there, anything is possible. All right, beloveds. I'm going to move into the process of my day because I get to go to work today. I'm going to remind you that Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.